Now I'm going to configure IPv6 addresses on all my interfaces in my network, and then I'm going to discuss different routing protocols that are IPv6 enabled. So on router 1, the only interface that I do not have configuration for that is serial 00. And serial 00 is a frame relay interface, and I need to be cautious about the link local IPv6 addresses here because most of routing protocols, and specifically OSPF, uses this link local IPv6 address to create neighborship. So whenever I am trying to add frame relay mapping, I should do this both for the global IPv6 address and for the link local IPv6 address. So on interface serial 00, first of all, I want to create this, stable IPv6 link local address because this is GNS3, and in GNS3, anytime you load your routers, different MAC address may be assigned to your router's interfaces. So I'm going to add this, and of course you can do this on your lab environment if you have your real hardware for the simplicity of configuration. So I add IPv6 address here, and to configure the link local IPv6 address, I use FE80 as the prefix, and I add a double colon here and add 1. So next thing that I want to add is the link local keyword here, and now I have the link local IPv6 address assigned to this interface. Let's check the configuration of the IP interface first to see what is the IPv6 that I assigned to serial 00. You can see that on serial 00 I have point-to-point configuration. I'm going to change this to multi-point configuration, and I'm going to add a multi-point interface to router 2 to do this. Okay, now that I have the configuration on our serial 00 interface, let's add another IPv6 address here that is going to be a global IPv6 address. So I'm going to use 2001, and I'm going to add, so that's going to be 1234, and double colon here, 1/64, and add this address here for the connection between 4 routers, the link that is going to connect to router 2. So now that I have this, I should add some frame relay mapping, and frame relay mapping is the only option that I have in IPv6. So I have frame relay map IPv6 now, and I'm going to add this piece of IPv6 addresses, 1234 double colon 2, and I should say that this is available using DLC number 102. Next thing you can add is broadcast support, and I need it. And I need it here, and I add broadcast support to this. The second part is using the same DLC number, so I remove this broadcast keyword here, and say that if I want to reach to router 3, I will use the same DLC, and if I want to reach the router 4 interface, I should use the same DLC. So this is to have the global address communication, but as I told you, I need to have this for my link local IPv6 addresses as well. So if I want to reach to FE80 double colon 4, I'm going to use this DLC. If I want to reach to router 3, I'm going to use this DLC, and again for router 2, I'm going to use this DLC. So I have a lot of frame relay mappings here. Now I should go to router 2 and configure the multi-point interface there. So I'm going to use interface serial 00 as the multi-point interface here. Now I'm going to add IPv6 address. First of all, I'm going to add FE80 double colon 2 and link local keyword here to assign a link local IPv6 address here. Now I'm going to again add 2001 1234 double colon 2/64 as the global IPv6 address here. Now I need to add frame relay mappings here. Frame relay map IPv6 now here. Now FE80 :1 is accessible using 201 and it's supporting broadcast. And it says previously already assigned to interface serial 00.1. I'm going to remove those interfaces first. No interface serial 00.1 and again .3 and .4. Now that I have this, I go to serial 00 again and add the mapping and see if it is working. I can see that it is working right now. I add router 3 and it is going to be accessible using 301. Oh no, it is going to be 203. And I'm going to add router 4 and it is going to be accessible using DLC 201. This is the link local IPv6 services. Now I should add frame relay map IPv6 and 2001 1234 :1 is gonna be accessible using 201. And because I have assigned broadcast once to 201 DLC, I'm not going to use it again. I hit enter. And now 203 is going to reach to router 3 and 204 is going to reach router 4. And now I have frame relay mappings enabled here. Now I should check the connectivity first and then go to configure the other routers. First of all, I want to check the connectivity to router 1 because router 1 has the mappings enabled here. I add ping FE, and it tells me which interface I'm going to exit. I'm going to exit serial 00, and I hit enter and you can see that the ping is successful. Now I should check the connectivity to global IPv6 address. That is going to be this, and you can see that this is now successful as well. So the mappings is enabled here, and you can of course add mappings to other interfaces or other routers just like this. And go to router 3 interface serial 00, and here I'm going to first of all I should make sure that I have enabled IPv6 on this. I have done this previously, so I go IPv6 add an IPv6 address for FE80 :3 link local and IPv6 address 2001 1234 and :3/64 as global. And now let's enable the frame relay mapping. Frame relay map IPv6, and to reach IPv6 address FE80 :1, I'm going to use DLC number 302, and I'm supporting broadcast here. Now, because all other links are available using DLC 301, I'm removing the broadcast and I add 2 and 4 here because these are the link local IPv6 that are going to reach to them. And the first part is going to change to reflect the 1234 subnet. Now it should be router 1 and router 2. And now I have every mappings enabled here as well. Let's go do this on router 4 too. So I go to configuration mode. I add IPv6 support here. And as a best practice, I add IPv6 CEF too. So I go to interface serial 00, I add IPv6 address FE80 :4 link local IPv6 at 2001 1234 :4/64, and now the mappings. Frame relay map IPv6 2001 1234 :1 using 402, and it should support broadcast. Now I remove the broadcast support and go to router 2 and router 3 using the same DLC number, and of course it is going to reach to link local IPv6 addresses as well for router 3, for router 1, and for router 2 interfaces. So I have every interface enabled, and now I should go to configure loopback IPv6 addresses or other IPv6 addresses. To do this, I go to router 1, and I'm going to show you first of all IPv6 interfaces in brief, and you can see that I have not assigned anything to loopback 0 yet. Let's go to configure this as well. Interface loopback 0 is going to have IPv6 address 2001:1/64, and let's add another one here for clarity. So I add 1 and a colon here. So I hit enter, and let's select this because I'm going to have the same syntax on all routers. On router 2, let's check the IPv6 interfaces first. Show IPv6 interfaces in brief tells me which interfaces are assigned IPv6 addresses. On router 2, I do not have any IPv6 on fast01, so I configure them as well. Interface loopback 0 is going to have this IPv6 address 22, and interface fast01 is going to have IPv6 address 2001:2/64. Now, show IPv6 interface in brief will tell me that I have IPv6 on every interface that is there. Okay, let's go to router 3 and check the interfaces here. Show IPv6 interface brief will tell me which interfaces have IPv6 enabled. I need to add to fast01. I have, of course, IPv6 on this. I need to add to loopback interface loopback 0, and of course I have a serial 01 that needs to have an IPv6 address here. I'm not going to configure that. That's okay for me right now. I add 3 to this, and on router 4, let's check the show IPv6 interface in brief result, and you can see that I need to have IPv6 configured on router on fast01. Configure terminal. First go to loopback 0 and add this for and interface fast01. It's going to have IPv6 address 2001:24/64, and let's check the connectivity first. Do ping 2001:24:2, and this is successful. Okay, now that we have configured IPv6 addresses, and you can see what ways you have available to configure them, let's go to routing protocols and see the configuration there.